Hello, everyone. This is Zita from Heartstrings Connection, and today we're going to be discussing about the twin flame diet and the physical symptoms. And before we start, I want to say thank you to everyone who's been private texting, sending us emails, and thank you for all the love and support that we're receiving. So, very recently, the questions or the queries are about physical symptoms because physical ascension symptoms. This energy has brought so many clearing from related with your womb chakra and then uh, the physical symptoms in your spine, and this has led to various as healing is brought into various physical symptoms. And we know that being on this journey for a long time, we know it is related to our spiritual journey and the energies. So one thing I've the questions that I hear and is always about what to eat on the spiritual journey. Like, how do we heal physical ascension symptoms? How do we heal it? Because if you're going through any of the physical symptoms, is because of upcoming healing. And if you do not heal that, if you do not heal that aspect, it's going to be dominant in your physical body. For example, for few it is a leg pain, for few is acidity problems, heartburns, and lower back pain, anything and everything related to the womb chakra for the divine feminine. So for few it is hair loss, and for few it is skin conditions. And so there are so many aspects of different problems, different issues related to the physical symptoms and throughout the ascension journey, throughout the spiritual journey from the beginning. So I just want to share my experience with the physical ascension symptoms from the beginning, which will give you more clarity on where and how to go about with treating your physical symptoms and how to heal certain aspects, how to move on and heal and like tap into your own inner goddess energy and move. So in the beginning of the twin flame journey, so when I started the twin flame journey 4 years ago, um, a lot of ascension symptoms were coming up. For example, my skin, and then the weight over again. And before this, I was into sports, and the weight gain did so much to my mental health, and wasn't very comfortable within my body. And no matter what I did, isn't it? Like every time we go through something, we go on the internet and find out about diets, we find out about exercise routines, and like cold showers help, drinking coconut oil helps us, you name it, like just like any one of you. The beginning of my journey, I went through so many things and did everything out, working out and like having strict diet plans, but everything had a counterback effect. So I could follow it for another 2 days, 3 days, and then I would hit a major purge, and you know, that's it. That was the end of it, and again begin it from beginning, like to show my determination, isn't it? So we are strong, divine feminine, and uh, we have to be determined on the journey and start the process all over again. So this wasn't like for a long time. For a long time, there was no clarity on this and how to go about it. But then as I got connected to my spiritual gifts and started channeling and light language, and I could move in light language, move the energy within me, and as I started helping different divine feminine on the journey. This channel is a new channel, but I was um, working with divine feminine over a long period of time, and putting up information about goddess energies and how to deal with certain things and channeling information. So the energy of Nefertiti, the Egyptian timeline. So when I was connected, energy of Isis and goddess Kali, goddess Saraswati as well started like working with me, teaching this importance of the physical ascension symptom and how to go about it. So I have written all the channelings together in a book, and every time I would go through the sessions and when they needed help, so it was always working with them and explaining this process. So I've been following this for a long time, and it's eased my energy. And since the questions about physical symptoms is arising again, so hopefully the channel messages and this understanding and clarity ease all of our energy, all your energy. So one thing to understand about the spiritual journey is that, and also about physical symptom, is that ascension symptom is nothing but a proof in the physical and the 3D world about our ascension, about the spiritual journey. Otherwise, it would just be in our minds, isn't it? Like all that we go through with our minds, our dreams, energy attacks, about a twin flame journey as well. There are so many doubts about it. And like one day we are like extremely connected to our twin flame, the next day everything seems like a joke, isn't it? Like those are things that we cannot avoid or not speak about, because that's exactly every twin divine feminine goes through, because we are very strong, and when the purge energy is very high, we get connected, it hits us, and we are in love with the twin flame. But the very next day we start thinking about it, like where am I headed in life, what is my direction, where is my, you know, well, how do I move forward, and how do I heal, and how do I get back on track, and all this is just in my head, and these kind of questions. So to answer this, to break this, is why physical ascension symptoms we feel it in our blood, we feel it in our bones, and to know that it's real and in the physical. So they're very important. And as my guides teach me, that everything is abundance, everything that happens to us is abundance, and physical ascension symptoms is an abundance, wherein our bodies are helping us understand where we are headed and what we are healing. So these aspects of it. So like I said, like previously, like following all the diets and going through all of this just like created more resistance in me, and more breakouts, and more weight gain, and more uncomfortable in my body. So one thing we have to see from this perspective of resistance, the more we resist, it's going to grow. You cannot like avoid certain things, we need to allow our body to heal. So when I got connected to the Egyptian timeline, like I said, the messages which came through for me was that our we have to see everything from a spiritual aspect. Like we cannot see from you, we cannot be of help, or we cannot heal another person, even ourselves, if you're going to see our sickness. There is no sickness to healing. So that's the reason most of the meditations, when it works from healing this, from sickness to healness, there's no energy in it. You need to connect the person to healing energy. That's all. See the person in healing, like Mother Teresa says, isn't it? She didn't want to be a part of non-violence um, program or non-violence protest. She said that she would be a part of peace. If you're gonna like speak something on peace, and I shall be part of it. So this is as simple as that. So you always need to connect your body to healing, rather than how do I heal from sickness to healing. So that's the entire thing. So if you want, it's the same thing for the collective, it's the same thing for another person. If you want to like see him, and if you want to be of help to anyone, right? Like being divine feminine and connected to energy, we're very sensitive in energy. We want to help others because we feel it very deeply within us. So even in that manner, you need to connect to energy of healing and see that person is connected to healing. We cannot change him from sickness to healing. Well, you can connect him to healing, and that's how he or she heals. The same thing with our own bodies. So there are another thing that I would like to explain. What I was taught was that our bodies are different on different days because of different energies, isn't it? Few days there are no appetite, and on that day, if you're gonna be like, okay, morning I'm gonna eat this, in the noon I'm gonna eat this, in the night I'm gonna eat this, it's gonna create a lot of resistance. So much resistance that in the second day or the third day it'll throw you back out and not doing anything to the physical body ascension. And like it doesn't let you, this is like rules and constraints which is put up, which kind of like creates more constraints. It doesn't allow you to connect to your goddess energy. So again, if on a different day, very tired, and if you force yourself into a workout, again the same thing happens. You can do it for maybe another day, and then yeah, again you're back. There is no healing, rather than you're adding more resistance to it. In few days, you're hungry, and you want to eat as much as possible, and you're craving for, let me say, cheese. You're craving for a burrito, you're craving for chips, you're craving for potatoes. And on that day, if you want to go light and drink water, because and what is facilitating your body in so many ways. And if you're going to take that route, it's going to create even more resistance to your body, and it's going to throw you right back off. So there is no help. And one more thing, let me start talking about this cravings. All right, so this craving, when you're craving for potatoes, when you're craving for cheese, when you're craving for a burrito, right? Like anything like that, go for it. Go for it and eat it. So one thing I understood this was through Goddess Kali when she was teaching me the strengthening of the lower spine for the divine feminine on the awakening journey is very high. We reach levels very high. We shoot up, especially the twin flame. This is for the twin flames, to be very particular, because the divine feminine, we shoot up into from 3D to 4D, 4D to 5D, and we keep shooting up in energy. Our ascension is very vast. So in times like that, we really need to eat something heavy, like in a sense, like any kind of heavy food to ground your energy, to bring you back down. Right, so that's the reason we crave for certain things that way on very particular days. So there is no resistance, and you're feeding to the craving, and you have it in that energy. And this, again, I want to tell this and specify, this is only for the divine feminine on the twin flame journey, because our energy and our awakening journey is completely different from any other form of awakening. For example, when we do see programs on meditation where they say we need to eat vegan, or like drink more water, or follow a diet plan with all of this. So that is, they are trying, like they are like practicing um, meditation, and they want to move higher, isn't it? They want to ascend, and they are following a discipline in order to be awakened, and in order to so they make their energy body physical. Our body is so it's a body of light, and we are connected energetically. Energy body is connected to a physical body, and so they want to make their physical body lighter in order to ascend. But that's not the case for the divine feminine, isn't it? Like none of us like signed up for awakening, and it's a very spontaneous process for us. We just awakened into it. We are just awakened into it. That's it. Like we see our twin, and our ascension is very spontaneous and very natural. So that's how different we are from any other form of discipline and awakening. So as you kind of like start feeding and taking care of your body in terms of your craving, so no matter how much weight you're gaining, or how much weight you've gained, because for me the main issue was my weight gain. So all of a sudden there was a lot of weight gain, and no matter what workout I did or what I ate, there was only resistance in my body. So then start, like, in times when you really need to eat, you need to eat, because your energy and your body is asking you to kind of like come down. You're right. Because we shoot up in energy, and you need something grounding, you need something heavy in your system. So in this way, when you start like following it, sometimes there are days when I wake up thinking about um a tomato. I'm like, wow, like, craving for the taste of a tomato. So as you kind of like take care of yourself in this way, as you kind of like tap into your own energy, take care of your body, and pamper yourself and take very good care of yourself, you start tapping into your own energy body. So this is what healing is, other than what we've heard for so long, which is added more constraints on constraints on constraints on constraints on constraints, and more resistance and resistance and resistance and resistance in our body. So this is something that I learned from Goddess Nefertiti and the Egyptian timeline goddesses. So the more you practice it, the more you allow yourself to connect to your cravings, and like eat and listen to your body, take rest when you're required, and eat what you crave for. It creates more self-love. So very gradually you start falling in love with yourself, no matter how you look, or whatever was a problem before isn't a problem anymore, and you feel very comfortable within your body. So as you're tapped into the self-love energy more and more, and it start benefiting your energy body as well as your physical body, and that's how the physical symptoms do start subsiding, and there is ascension, and there's less of resistance in the energy, which is the most important part to ascend. And another thing that I'm hearing to say is to connect with Kalima. in the beginning of your journey, especially if you have a lower back pain. And she protects your energy and she lifts you up. And there is light language activation on our YouTube page for protection and energy activation. So go through that, is what I'm hearing from Kalima. And so this is something. And then as we are easy with our energy, we get connected. So more constraints only will add more to it, you know. So as you kind of like this is only path of least resistance, isn't it? We need to follow a path of least resistance. So as you kind of like take care of yourself and loving yourself and seeing food is energy, being grateful when you eat, being the present moment, there is no resistance. Because when you're craving for something, um when you're craving for french fries, right? I love them. Most of the Divine Feminine love them. Charu and Dara enjoy them as well. So, and when you're eating it, and when you're supposed to be on a diet, because that's what's running in your head, I have to clean eat. This is the reason I'm not ascending. This is the reason I'm not like physically connected to my body, and all of those things. But you're still craving for French fries. So when you're eating it, guess what? There is no form of any kind of gratitude towards it, and then it crosses more effect as well. So now that with this clarity, when you can really enjoy French fries, you can be as grateful as possible, isn't it? So everything is energy, and seeing everything from a spiritual eye is very important. Um, Even on twin flame journey, even the divine feminine on the twin flame journey is blessed with all the abundance and love, and be protected and cared, and abundance is ours, is what I'm learning. And that's how like it helped started helping me. It helped me with my weight loss, it helped me with my skin, it helped me with my hair. So everything is very different. For example, even the activation of the bone, if you're gonna have like energy in your back of the spine, and if it's like, because the kundalini energy from the base kind of keep rising up your spine. So it's helped me throughout. And there are even exercises, the light language exercises, which is very specific to twins and all that. I shall be like posting more on it now that my course with Nefertiti is done. So I've like worked on it. I'm not just saying it, and it's me, Charu, and Daira who've been working on it for a very long time. And this form of least resistance has helped our energy, helped our soul, helped our body, and like helped with the spiritual gifts as well. So this helps you tap within your own God is energy. So this has been worked on for a very long time. I've been working on this for years together to see how it works, and it really does work wonders. And the least resistance route is the most healthiest one, and by this we live more, isn't it? On this twin flame journey, we go through n number of purges and energy and destruction, and this information took most of the weight off us. So we don't have to carry this weight, and it just makes your energy lighter and more easy. And we'll be posting more on anything and everything which is posted on our YouTube has come from a place of channeling everything which is leading divine feminine towards healing. So all that which has helped us is what has been posted for any clarity. And there's light language activations, and there is more information. So more clarity, more it lifts your energy. So there is more channel messages, or the terms that I hear about channel messages are energy words. So they do have activation. So when the truth is spoken, you feel it in your energy, makes you light, it makes you happy, and there is activation. It turns into wisdom in your energy body and helps you move forward. So there are many prayers written, and there is many activations on our page. Do make use of all of that. And one more thing I want to talk about abundance as well is that there is so many resistance. There's so much resistance even towards abundance. And there is an abundance ritual page we have wherein we post more about abundance. It's just that making it easy. So as it is easy, when there is no resistance, it becomes very easy in your energy, and manifestation is easy. So just like the sun and the moon, abundance is for everyone, even for the twins. And it took time for me. I'm saying this even for the twins is because every twin goes through it, and I've gone through it. I've always thought that like um twin flame journey, the abundance on the twin flame journey. We lack it because we have to ascend and we have like different purpose, and that's the reason, all this is happening. But that's not what it is. We all are blessed with abundance as well. We are marching towards wholeness, and we are marching towards union. So everything is rightfully ours. That abundance is rightfully ours. So I've shared all this channeling on our abundance ritual page from Goddess Saraswati, and there's more energy prayers which is going to help you. And we're going to be posting a Akshaya Patra prayer on our YouTube, which is already posted. So this is a prayer uh, which talks about. So this is Akshaya Patra is a vessel wherein you put anything into it, it keeps multiplying without any ceasing. So it talks about abundance. So connecting to this energy, we got a channel prayer which is put up on the YouTube. So if you go through that prayer, it's going to give you more energy and clarity. And for any other clarity you want us to talk about or gain clarity, please write to us. And so the summary of all this is that whether it is a French fry or something healthy, it should make you feel good, because it's all coming back to resistance and releasing, letting go, feeling good, and your thought process. Because the way you feel is how it's going to affect your body. So, more you help yourself with see what your body wants, the cravings, and more you tap within yourself. One, you get tapped into your self love. Another is you start craving. You start craving for healthier things in life. So in this way, there is no force, and you don't drop out of the diet or the exercise routine in just a day or two. And we'll talk more about the physical exercises on another segment, another video. But this is about the food. We are very grateful to everyone who's been part of our journey and who's benefited, who send us extreme love and care. And thank you. And as well as I want to say, we all are in this together on the same journey, and we all are beautiful and blessed and cherished and valued. Thank you. Thank you for all the support and love. Thank you.